الحمد لله الذي جعل القرآن العظيم هدى للمتقين وسراجا منيرا وأنزله على نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ليكون للعالمين نذيرا ووفق من شاء من عباده من تحليل الحلال تحريم الحرام وقد فذله منافة به وذلك فضل الله فيه من يشاء وليظلم ربك أحدا أحمده سبحانه وأشكره والشكر له لنعمه الداعي لما فيه الخير والمهاجر عما فيه الشر صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحابته المنتجون وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Permit me to greet you the best of the greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Maryam Hashim Hamza, and my topic for today is the Qur'an. Qur'an was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in the month of Ramadan. It is a book of guidance for the whole humanity, revelation on our beloved Prophet, the last Prophet of Allah. Allah says in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 2, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. This is the book, Al-Qur'an, whereof there is no doubt, a book of guidance to those who are al-muttaqun, the pious and righteous persons who fear Allah much and abstain from all evil deeds and sins. Qur'an is a divine book towards which Muslims turn to when there is any problem, because the Qur'an has solutions to every problem and is a guidance for every aspect of life. Allah says in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 121, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم الذين آتيناهم الكتاب يتلونه حق تلاوته أولئك يؤمنون به ومن يكفر به فأولئك هم الخاسرون. Those who embrace Islam from Bani Israel, to whom we have given the book Al-Tawrah, or those Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's companions, to whom we have given the book Al-Qur'an, recite it as it should be recited. The Qur'an contains teachings and guidance for Muslims on how to live their lives. Although it is not a book of science or medicine, it provides guidance leading to spiritual and somatic health for the individual. The Qur'an refers both to its written text and to its meaning. Allah named the Qur'an with many names, among which are Al-Qur'an, the Qur'an, Al-Kitab, the book, Al-Furqan, the criterion, Al-Tanzil, the revelation, and Al-Zikr, the reminder. The Qur'an calms the heart. Allah says in Quran 13 verse 28, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم الذين آمنوا وتطمئن قلوبهم بذكر الله ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب. Verily, with the remembrance of Allah, do hearts find peace. If you recite the Quran, you have 10 words for each letter you recited. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Alif Lam Mim is not a letter. Rather, Alif is one letter, Lam is one letter, and Mim is another letter alone. You would have 30 rewards for that. Imagine you reciting the whole chapter. How many rewards will that be? The Quran is the word of Allah, is the message of Allah to you. So if you want to get close to Allah, read His word, read His message to you. Allah says in Surah Al-Ra'd, verse 1, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ألف لام ميم را تلك آيات الكتاب والذي أنزل إليك من ربك الحق ولكن أكثر الناس لا يؤمنون. Alif Lam Mim Ra. These are one of the miracles of the Quran, and none but Allah knows their meaning. This is one of the verses of the Quran which have been revealed to you. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, from your Lord is the truth, but most men believe not. The more you recite the Quran, the higher rank you get from Allah. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said to someone that is devoted to the Quran, read and recite the Quran the way you do in dunya. Your rank will be at the last verse you recited. So the more you recite the Quran, the higher rank you get from Allah. The Quran will be an intercessor for its companions on the day of judgment. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, recite the Quran, for it will be an intercessor for its judgment. So who are devoted to the Qur'an? Those that recite the Qur'an day in, day out? Allah says in Surah Al-Anbiya verse 10, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم لقد أنزلنا إليكم كتابا فيه ذكركم أفلا تعقلون. Indeed, we have sent down to you the book, Al-Qur'an, in which there is dhikrukum, your reminder or an honor for the one who follows the teachings of the Qur'an and acts on the teachings. Will you not then understand? The Qur'an teaches us to be patient, forbearance, and most of all, it gives us firm realization that it is the Almighty, the greatest, and deserves all praises. It's also the best giver of sermon and guides one towards goodness and away from evil deeds. Allah says in Surah Al-Zumar, verse 41, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إنا أنزلنا عليك الكتاب للناس بالحق فمن اهتدى فلنفسه ومن ضل فإنما عليها وما أنت عليهم بوكيل. Verily, we have sent down to you the book, Al-Qur'an, for mankind in truth. So whosoever accepts the guidance is only for his own self, and whosoever goes astray for his blood. The Qur'an is not just a book, it's a manual of life. It's a gift from Allah guiding us through every moment in life. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, recite the Qur'an, for it will be an intercessor for its companions on the day of judgment. Recite Surah Al-Baqarah and Ali Imran, because they are the two shining ones. They will come in form of two clouds on the day of resurrection, pleading for their companions. Sahih Muslim, Hadith 1757. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam also said, خَيْرُكُمْ مَنْ تَعَلَّمَ الْقُرْآنَ وَعَلَّمَهُ. The best of you is one who learns the Qur'an and teaches it. Sahih Bukhari, Hadith 545. Lastly, I want to encourage every one of us, along with the parents, to attain eternal happiness for themselves and their children, to achieve the honor of memorizing the Qur'an. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said about the parents of the one who memorizes the Qur'an, his parents will be blessed in the cloth once more in this world. They will ask, why were we giving this? It will be said because of your child's memorization of the Qur'an. Reported by Al-Hakim, classified as authentic. Know that the house where the Qur'an is being recited is a house of barakah. May Allah make it easy for us to recite the Qur'an and grant us the ability to memorize it. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.